I have set out to make a minifigure scale Smaug from the Hobbit, and in this video I will be building the neck to attach his head to. The first thing I had to do was make a frame for the neck, and this was my first time working with Technic, so I'm pretty happy with how it turned out. For the plating on the neck, I used mostly 2x3 and 2x4 bowed plates and interchanged them frequently to give a more rough and wrinkled look that you see on his neck. And for the space between the plates where I didn't just tile them off, I used these rigid slope tiles to give a bit of a scaly look to it. Then this process is basically copied throughout the build while also using angled plates to fill in the gaps. Now, I need to attach these three segments together, and I'll do that by attaching these rounded bar plates and rounded snot bricks together using this mechanical claw piece. That way both the angle and length can be adjusted while still having a firm connection. And with all the side segments done, we can move on to the top of the neck. This is where he has a lot of spikes sticking out of the sides and top of his neck. For the side spikes, I mostly used 1x2 sloped bricks with cheese slopes to top them off. And for the big spikes on top, I used these 2x8 sloped plates that come to a rubber point on the end. Then this process is also copied, with the exception being the spikes off the side of his neck get gradually smaller the further down. And with that we come to the throat or underside of Smaug's neck. I'll start with finishing the throat pouch. I say finish because it actually started on his head right under the start of his cheekbone. I chose medium nougat for the color as I thought it made for a good transition from the dark red on the sides to the lighter toned underneath parts of Smaug that wasn't too harsh of a color change. This was probably the most challenging part of the build yet. Trying to fill in all the gaps without it falling apart was a nightmare, but after a lot of trial and error I figured it out. Okay, now it's time to put it all together. I'll start with making basically a bunch of boxes to go around the Technic frame with stud connection points on the side so I can put plates on it. Once this is done, I can start putting on the exterior paneling, starting with the throat pouch, followed by the side plating. Then the back of his neck can be placed down. After that, all that is needed is to fill in the gaps running down the middle of his neck. And now it's time for the big reveal. Here it is! Basically it's just a bust of Smaug right now. But have no fear, the rest of him is coming. And if it looks like his eyes are glowing, it's because they are. I added lights in it to imitate the glow you see in his eyes in the movie. That's all for today. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.